Good morning. Welcome to the channel, and today I want to give you guys some feedback about my third year of ownership and the third year of servicing that I had on my Tesla Model S. So as I've said, we've had this car now for 3 years. It's a white Model S. It's just a 75 rear-wheel drive, so not dual motor. And yeah, this, the car has absolutely been brilliant. The other thing that I also said to the guy at the service station, at the service center, was, when you do find a car that doesn't have any problems, you need to keep it. And this is sort of this is sort of the whole thing about buying the car. It's some of the Teslas might have some issues, some niggly bits. Some can be really bad and some can be no problems at all. And usually on the forums and stuff, you usually get the guys that complain about it because they've had issues with their cars. But there's also quite a number of people that don't have any issues. And I must say, in the 3 years that I've owned this car, when we got it, the passenger side mirror didn't want to fold out properly, but I think that was damaged from when it was winter and the mirror got frozen and it just got worn out. But yeah, I had a Tesla Ranger come out, took half an hour to replace the side mirror. So that was the one problem. The other problem was the yellow banding around the screen. So we did our first trip down to Germany, and we did it one stop, and then the next day we were in Munich. This is from the UK. And that didn't cause any problems. The second time we actually went there, on the way back, we drove through one go. It was summer, so it was really hot, and I think that's where the screen did not like it. So if it's on the whole day for 11 hours and it was really hot in like the whole Germany, Netherlands, Belgium side, it was really hot. You can really feel, if you keep your hand close to the screen, you can really feel it's really hot. So when we entered sort of the UK, we could see this yellow banding around the screen. That was the only thing. That was the thing that was fixed under warranty as well. The side mirror and then the screen. So they fixed the screen under warranty. They gave me a whole new screen. The next year we went on the trip again. It happened again, and then they basically said to me, well, they don't want to replace that again under warranty. There's a fix coming for it, and it's almost like they put like a tool over the screen, and it does almost like a degaussing of the screen, and it takes the yellow banding away. So they've done that for me once, and now with the third year of service, they've done it for me again. So it's sort of, I just said to them, listen, there's a slight yellow banding, can you just run that tool on it again just to get rid of that yellow banding? So that's now all been fixed as well. So I've got another year on my 4-year PCP deal. So the end of next year, the car will be it will be finished with this 4-year PCP deal. So then I have to make a decision of or I'm going to keep the car and finance the balloon payment, or I hand the car back and we just run with one car, or the other option is to trade up to a new 100 pack Model S. Because the thing is, as much as the Model 3 is a really nice size car, the Model S is just better. It just drives better. It is, going to Germany, you can just throw pretty much half the house in it. The front is really big and spacious for stuff that we want to put in there, and the back as well, because it's almost like it's like a hatch boot. So you can fit a lot of stuff in there. You take that parcel tray out, and then we just load it, man. I take my Brompton with, I take an electric wheel unicycle with. I take my one wheel with, and we take all the luggage, and then we take just presents. If we take presents, it's just everything goes in the car, and that's the thing why we stopped flying, because I can just take everything with. Previously it was such a mission for us to fly with my electric unicycle or with the one wheel. Well, you can't now anymore because it's now been all banned, or you have to take the battery out and manage to find a battery on the other side. So I can't be asked with that. So we just load everything in the car, and then we go. Battery life, we do pretty much 2 to 2.5 hours of driving, and because then my daughter needs a break, and everyone needs a bit of a break, especially driving on the autobahn. It's not so much a lot of stress. It's just because we don't do a lot of high-speed driving in the UK, and for that long amount of times, and we want to really try and make it across the Channel Tunnel and then straight down to Munich as quickly as possible, because we want to really spend more time with the family rather than driving or sleeping over. If it's really good weather, then sometimes we will sleep over. But so we do about a 2 hour to 2.5 hour. Then we have like a 15-20 minute break. The car is usually done by then, because when you plan your route, it keeps it. It alerts you when the car is ready for your next leg to get to the next supercharger. I usually hire a pack of cables that allows me to charge pretty much the whole of Europe: Switzerland, France, Italy, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, the whole works. And I've never really had to use it, touch wood. I do use it when I arrive at the family in Germany. So it's a Schuko plug converter with a extension lead, and I get that from Zavlak. They in Reading, and they hire out these boxes, like a cable pack for traveling in Europe. So I hire that, pick it up, or he post it to you, and then you've got this pack to do all your charging if you need to. If there's something wrong with the supercharger, or you missed the supercharger, or you sleep over at a bed and breakfast or a hotel with the outside point, then you can plug in. So that's quite a nice thing to have hired. So the screen was replaced, and then the side mirror, and getting back to the range again, 2.5 hours of driving, it's about 150, 180, 200 miles maximum, and we never charged the car full. When I got the car, I would have stopped at 80%. I've moved that up to 90% now. 90% gives me about 210 miles, I think. So a full 100% charge gives me around, I think it's about 230, 240, around there. But that, again, it's sort of enough miles. So now the thing is, when the car comes up for its end of the PCP deal, what do I do? Firstly, I find the 200-mile range to be so acceptable. The car was limited in the beginning to 120 kilowatt of charging at the superchargers. They've now a few months back, they've increased that with the software updates, so it can charge at 100 or close to 150. So again, the charging times that you stop at a supercharger becomes less, because the car can fill up quicker. And also, everyone says like, oh, my car can fill up really quickly, but the key to this whole fill up is like, you want to stop it at a supercharger at a low state of charge, at least 10% battery left. Then you get the biggest ramp up, and then the biggest constant, the graph goes up, and then the biggest constant flat line of charging high-speed charging before it then tapers down to 80%, and then it goes slower till it's full. But we never charge to 100% at a supercharger. It's always 70-80% max if we really need to. Usually what I do is, as soon as it starts tapering off, then get to the next supercharger, because we can carry a higher speed to get to the supercharger, have a bit of a break, because the break is for me more important than sitting and waiting for a charge. So yeah, I'm in two minds to actually just keep the car, pay it off, and then it's all done, because it's really rock solid and there's nothing wrong with the car. You know, I had a loan with a 3rd-year service. I had a loan Model X. Awesome car. Also, the door bins has got places to put your water bottle and stuff as well, or snacks or whatever, where this car doesn't. So that's definitely a benefit. But the rest of the stuff is all pretty much exactly the same. And you know, you sort of feel comfortable in the car that you've spent most of the time in. So yeah, I'm really keen to just keep the car. But keeping the car, what I might do is then upgrade the computer. So my car's got the MCU1 in, and I think the new update is MCU2, or the guy mentioned like there's an MCU3 out. So I didn't know there's an MCU3 out. But even just sort of to upgrade the computer to have the new functionality of the Sentry mode and the dash cam, that's two nice features that I would like to have. And I do understand that my car has got the version 2.5 of the camera system, so I can upgrade. And the guy did say to me it's about £2,400, £2,500 for the upgrade to the new computer system. And then also, if I'm going to keep the car, then I'll also do the CCS upgrade, because what he said to me as well, the new superchargers, I think the big supercharger, the version 3s that was that opened up here in the UK, it's only CCS. I didn't know it was only CCS, but I need to go and check, because I was really keen to drive down there and see what speed I can get out of my old 75 pack. So my car's got 32, almost 33,000 miles on in 3 years. We've done about 4 or 5 trips down to Germany. I don't do a lot of driving to work and back. My round trip is about 20 miles to work and back, so it's not that far. But yeah, and I've replaced one set of tires, and I went for my second set of tires is now Friedestein all-weather tires. Best move that I've done, especially here for the UK, where it's winter, it's wet and rainy and slippery. And then also I can use that to go into Europe, that I don't need specific winter tires and specific summer tires, because I was also toying with two ideas of like, okay, I'm gonna go get myself those nice 20-inch wheels and put summer tires on. That anthracite color would look really nice on the white, but then I thought, you know, it's going to look nice, but it's a lot of money. You know, I think the rims is about £4,000 just for the rims, and then I need to buy some tires as well. It's like it's just a lot of money just for a nice look. So what I'll do maybe with the silver rims, if I'm going to keep the car, is then get them done in that dark anthracite grey, because I think that will sort of make it really nice, but still run the 19-inch rims and tires. But yeah, the tires has been a big upgrade, and it's, you know, even my wife said it's like it just feels so much more grippy. And you know, yes, in the middle of summer when it's extremely hot, it does feel a bit what do you call it, like a bit rubbery, but most of the time when it's wet and cold and slippery and whatever, it really feels rock solid compared to the standard tires that the car comes with. So yeah, that's where I'm sitting on the car side. Otherwise, the MCU one or the first gen computer is sometimes a bit slow to boot up, but it doesn't bug me at all. And furthermore, there's been no real problems, no rattles. Nothing really. It's just keeping the car clean. The black seats, the leather seats, has been holding up really well. Yeah, nothing else that I can complain of. Yeah, it's brilliant. So just to give you an update on the service center. So I picked up my Model 3 from Heathrow, and because of the coronavirus and they had a backlog of cars, and it's just the experience was really bad. So I wanted to try them again for my service. And what the guys did with the servicing now is where the sales area was of the Tesla building, that's been now changed into the service center. So you walk in the door and it's all now clearly marked by the superchargers. You park your car there, you walk in, they organize your loan car, and then I usually check around the loan car and make sure there's no dings and massive scrapes and whatever. And if there is, then I would notify the guys, because I don't want to be held accountable for these things. Just another note as well, they only do third-party insurance when you take a loan car. I did mention it in my previous videos, but if you find the video and it's a new video, then just be aware of that. That's a third party only. So you need to phone your insurance provider to ask them if the car is covered. And also another thing that's important, if you drive a Model S, excuse me, and they give you a Model X, you need to make sure that your insurance is covered for the more expensive loan car that you're going to take out. So yeah, I've got the car. Again, you book everything through the app, and I've sort of gotten used to using the app now for booking my service. So I basically list everything. So I said the wipers is not wiping clean, and that's part of the service plan. They replace that. They swap all the tires as well, rotate the tires. They do some other checks and whatever. So in the app, I mentioned all the stuff. They ran through that with me when I arrived at the service center. That was all cool, and then I went away. The first text I got is to say, listen, for the screen to get a degauss or get the yellow banding removed, that's £34. I'm like, that's interesting. That should be under warranty, because it's not I didn't do it to the screen. So again, you text back to tell them yes or no, and then the problem comes in that they don't see the text, because when I send someone a text, when someone sends me a text, I do as quickly as possible respond back, because it's for me like a conversation. I'm speaking to someone. It's like having a phone conversation, and sometimes they just don't come back. It's like a half an hour to an hour to sometimes never, and then I was holding on the phone to speak to the service center, and then when I got through to the lady, she went to speak to the workshop manager, and he said no, that's all covered under warranty. He said, but that's what I was. If someone sends me a text and I say I thought this is covered under warranty, then they should respond back immediately, not immediately, but like 5, 10, 15 minutes, half an hour max, I would say, to say, no worries sir, I've checked and it's covered under warranty, and that was a mistake. So just be aware of it. If there's a quote or a price that comes in, query it with them to make sure that it's maybe not covered under warranty. So next day passed, and then I got another text, and they said, okay, you need to they found that the driver's side condenser, the bung that holds it in place, that's seized up from all the grit and grime from the road, and but basically when they took it off to service the thing, it broke the condenser, and I need to pay £692 for the condenser. A yes or no to go ahead. And I'm like, whoa. It's like the aircon unit has been working fine. So it must be a warranty thing, because it's covered. I didn't do it. I didn't break it. It must be a fault of the car. Again, text back and say, can someone please give me a ring to confirm this or discuss this with me, because I don't really understand where the condenser is and whatever. Again, no feedback at all. And I phoned them again. The lady said, yeah, speak to the workshop manager. No, this is all covered under warranty, because the car is still under its warranty. So yeah, please just be aware of this. They don't always get back to you. They should really have like 3 options. The quote comes in, yes, go ahead, no, and discuss, or a call back. And you can say call back, and they phone you back and they say, listen, this is the problem, this is what is wrong, it's under warranty, we'll cover it, job done. And I think that's where they need to be a little bit more slick with giving feedback to the client. Because if they want you to drive it via an app, and there's all this, all the new technology being a text feedback and whatever, they need to be on it. Like, come on, man. Yes, no, job done. I don't really want to have to phone the service center if they want to drive everything via the text. And they need to give me a good explanation of what is wrong with the car, not just say, yeah, the driver's side condenser is faulty. What, for a normal person, I don't even know the car had 2 separate condensers. So yeah, there's just a little bit more information. I do understand cars, but I would just like a little bit more information about it. So that was the experience with the service center. But then again, I arrived at the service center to pick up my car. I handed back the loan car, and I must say I was happy to give back the Model X. If you don't own a car, I sometimes feel a little bit weary driving a car that's twice the price of my car. It's like, please don't drive into me. Received my car back, and everything is spot on, and you can see your invoice on the app, and that's all good and whatever. So yeah, now the 3rd year of service is done, and Tesla's removed servicing, so you don't have to service the cars anymore. So I just need to make sure that everything is cool when the car is finished with its warranty. So if there's anything that's faulty, to rather take the car in and then get it sorted out. And then that's it. So yeah, big thumbs up. Now I'm sitting in the car and I'm looking at it, and there's a new software update coming down for the car. Again, making the car more probably better, optimizing it, just making it, every time there's a software update, it makes the car better. It adds enhancements like the on the Model 3, when you on the motorway and you clip on the autopilot, it went to 70 miles an hour, but I wanted to be at the speed I'm driving at the moment, and then they fixed that in the software. It's just absolutely brilliant. So since I got the car to where it is now, the autopilot is so much more smoother and all these lovely things. It's like it's just brilliant. Every time you get in the car and there's a software update, something is better and something works a bit smoother. And I could never had this in any of the other cars that I own. The sat nav gets better. If I have to upgrade the sat nav on my previous BMW, I need to go and pay £70 for an update, and then someone needs to do this. What is that about? The same as my Mercedes. It's just weird. But yeah, I think if you get into this type of thing, this type of car where it's almost like an iPad, you plug it in by a house, it fills up, you get in the car and you drive. 200 miles of range is perfect for most people. And if you need to charge, you know, the superchargers is all over the country. You can pretty much get away with traveling anywhere with this car. You know, if we can drive that one day down to Munich from Reading, Berkshire, you know, you can pretty much use this car to drive anywhere. And with a pack of cables that you can start making up to all the places that you go to, you won't have any issues. Awesome car, spacious, comfortable to drive. Oh man, brilliant. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a great Christmas and all the best for the new year. And I hope this new year, the 2021, is going to be much better. It doesn't look like it because Corona is going up here in the UK, but hopefully they can roll out this vaccine and we can just get on and get going work-wise and getting out and doing stuff. You know, I was saying to my wife as well, like there's a, you know, I take small little victories. You know, the 21st of December was the shortest day and the longest night. So we are done with that. Every day that you wake up now or is past, we're getting a longer day. Still going to be a lot of winter coming because it's January and February is really the cold months here in the UK. But now it's going to get slowly but surely, 1 minute a day, it's going to become lighter outside. So guys, it's like great stuff. So if you like the video and there's some information that that you enjoyed, please subscribe. I'm going to make some more overview videos and more information about the car, and also if there's anything you would like me to cover specifically, please drop it in the comments below. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys, and have a lovely time between Christmas and New Year. Cheers, bye.